Thank you for watching Meatsauce Monty. I'm Matt Montgomery. He's Paul Meatsauce Lambert. This could be our best show ever, and it's just starting.
Why is that?
I thought you were going to say it, but we had a little, when we were doing our mic check, people that come to Mystic Lake for Thursday Night Lights get to see this. Mic checks, we have to sit here and basically talk for 15 minutes about other stuff just to make sure everything's working, and you can take it from there.
Yeah, sometimes I go too far.
Yeah.
But then I interrupted like the nerdiest conversation of all time.
The best.
And then I realized I was the loser because all three of you are married. I'm not. And I'm making fun of all of you for not being able to see the female body because you know who plays Darth Maul.
Yeah, that's right.
No one knows that except you three.
Not just that we know who played him.
Yeah.
Scott has a story where he personally met him.
Yeah, Ray Parker bought him drinks.
Ray
no
Parker.
one cares about Ray Parker.
See,
except for Scott.
At the next Comic-Con that he goes to, he's going to go see Ray Parker.
I've been right by where they do Comic-Con in San Diego. Is that like
San Diego?
That's
the big one, isn't it, Scott? That's the number one.
Yeah, that would be fun. I like that stuff. I like Marvel movies and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know who played Boba Fett's son's dad, like you three nerds do.
He's a Mandalorian, right, Scott?
No one knows who a Mandalorian is.
It's okay. All right, so do you want to talk Vikings or do you want to keep talking Star Wars?
I'd rather talk Vikings because
we can talk.
I'll be corrected by you three nerds of everything I say wrong about Star Wars.
You would.
Yeah.
Okay, so Vikings. They're 3-2-1 on the year. This week they're taking on the 3-3 Jets. Let's look at last week's win, 27-17 over Arizona. Your thoughts?
It was a good win. I thought it'd be a little bit more, but the problem though is they're a weird team at home.
Yeah.
We talked about it a lot, and a lot of people who know more about it than I do. Anytime
like
they played
Star
at
Wars.
home, like Star Wars. Anytime they play at home, there's this weird lull at some point in the game where they
wasn't it most of the third quarter last week?
Yeah, they kind of put it in neutral and just kind of wait.
Yeah.
Wait for the other team to either make a mistake, they wait for something to happen, and then it doesn't happen, and then they luckily, against San Francisco, obviously not against Buffalo, but then against Arizona, they found that second win and kind of carried on and won. But that'll cost you in a week from now when they play New Orleans at
Absolutely.
home. You can't have lulls. You can't go into October. Now we're going to be in November sooner rather than later. You can't have lulls like that at home.
Especially November, December, and playoff time.
Correct.
Kirk Cousins, 24 of 34, 233 yards, 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. Your thought on his performance?
I love Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
I mean, you go back to last Sunday, and there was a point where I thought Case Keenum was going to be benched. Teddy Bridgewater doesn't play.
Yeah.
And we forget Sam Bradford has been benched for how horrible
Third stringer,
he is.
He's not even dressing.
He'll be inactive again today. He's inactive. They're a bad football team.
Yeah.
And
he looked good with us. He set the record for completion percentage. However, when you look at it, would you rather have him be our starter right now or would you rather have Kirk? It's pretty obvious.
Kirk Cousins is, him and Aaron Rodgers are 1A and 1B.
Yeah.
That's how good Kirk Cousins is.
Want to hear a criticism of Kirk Cousins?
Sure.
He leads the league right now with 5 lost fumbles. Last week,
that's a little bit on the offensive line too. When he does hang onto the ball too long.
Buda Baker, just a fun name to say.
Yeah,
I bet you like Buda
great
Baker.
player out of Washington.
Yeah.
He was, I think, a second-round pick. He's a good player.
So, obviously, the score 27-17. It seems a little closer than maybe what it would have been. But you're right. It just lulled people to sleep. It was one of those games where you literally take a nap and you're like, oh, they won.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing thrilling about it.
I was there. It just had some boredom to it.
Yeah.
But it's a fun spot, obviously. And when they're rocking, it's great.
Latavius Murray, 24 carries, 155 yards, 1 touchdown. That stiff arm was pretty sweet. Dalvin Cook, injury riddled, 3.5 weeks he's missed. Practice, obviously it's Thursday. Practice is an issue. Is Latavius, has he accelerated to be the number 1 running back? And is Dalvin Cook on the edge, I say this on the edge, of becoming a bust because of injuries?
If he doesn't play today, what has he played?
He's missed 3.5 games.
He's missed 3.5 games this year.
Last year, I think he played in 4.
So he's basically
missed a season
already. How many games
already.
are we into it? This is week 7, so 16. That's 23 weeks. I think he's played in
about 6.5 of them.
if that.
Yeah.
Right. That's bad. You can't play in 6.5 games and
Right.
ever be considered, the next thing or whatever. He's I don't know, man. He's so good, but you can't make the club from the tub. He's always hurt.
That's a good rhyme. I like that.
It's an old Pete Burcich.
It
bit.
should be
He
like
says
you
it-
going to a nightclub but staying at home and sitting in a bathtub.
Right. Yeah.
Can't make the club from the tub. That's you.
I don't go to. This is about as late as I do.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're
I'd be in bed by now. And you're going, well, it's 10 a.m. on a Sunday. Yeah, I would be in bed by now.
You'd still be in bed.
Yeah, he's on. I mean, he's basically injury prone. He's
Yeah.
always hurt, and it's that old thing: are you hurt or are you injured? If you're
Right.
hurt, you can play. If you're injured, you can't. Are you hurt or are you injured?
Right.
And I'm not questioning him as a man.
Yeah,
but
or his toughness.
like a hamstring's tough, but man, he's fun when he can get out there. And we saw what they could do passing to him, but where has he been? Injured.
Yeah.
It's tough. You're gone and forgotten. And when Latavius runs like he did for 155 yards,
Yeah.
granted it was against the worst rush defense in the league, but still, he did what he had to do and he did it. So yeah, as of right now, he's the best tailback on the team.
All right. You think he's earned starting?
Yeah.
Let's say Dalvin
No,
Cook
if
is
Dalvin
healthy.
plays today, Dalvin will be the starter.
Okay,
Yeah.
if he's healthy, he's good to go.
Yep.
Adam Thielen, 11 receptions, a touchdown, 123 yards, 6 games with 100-plus yards, the most since 1961. All this whole talk of him being in such an amazing season that he could be, the best wide receiver ever. He's the best wide receiver through the first 6 games of this season. I still think he's fantastic. Let's, definitely pump him up, be happy that he's on our team. However, all these people saying now he's on pace to be the best, I just want to tap the brakes on that a little bit.
29?
Is he that old?
Yeah, 28 or 29, yeah.
Google.
Yeah, he's 28 or 29
He
years
seems like a
old.
kid.
So, but you'd have to have 10 plus
Oh, yeah,
years of
at this pace. Yeah.
So, and by that you'd be 38, 39. Receivers don't play when they're that old.
No, quarterbacks do.
No, and I mean he's great. The thing people always love to talk about is he the best wide receiver in the game? If you had to win a game, he'd probably be 3rd or 4th on your list. He just would.
Who would you put above him right now?
I'd take Julio Jones.
You would put him.
Yeah.
Even if you have to win a game, you put it on him.
Yeah, I'd take DeAndre Hopkins. I love DeAndre Hopkins and Michael Thomas. You'd take those 3 over him. That's it.
What, Antonio Brown? You don't put him
Now,
above?
okay, Antonio
in a game
Brown.
you have
So
to win.
4? Antonio Brown's a stud.
Yeah.
Julio Jones is.
I thought he was
4 inches
declining. I thought you
taller.
said that he's not doing as
Yeah,
well.
he just doesn't catch any touchdowns. That's Julio's problem.
All right.
I've said a lot of things. I don't really remember.
You can say whatever you want.
yeah,
Fantasy football.
but
DeAndre
yeah,
Hopkins.
maybe 2 or 3.
Ugh.
DeAndre Hopkins will plays with horrible quarterbacks. Put DeAndre Hopkins
Sure,
with
with a good cue and see what happens.
Roethlisberger. Oh my God, they'd be unstoppable.
Yeah. Let's shift gears. The defense. Daniil Hunter had 2 sacks last week. He's got 7. He's tied for first in the NFL. Your thoughts on Daniil Hunter? Getting rid of B-Rob, all that
Yeah,
stuff?
I love
Everson
Daniil
Griffin
Hunter.
and-
He's playing an Everson spot. He's one of those guys that they drafted in the 4th round, and that picture came out of him at practice, and this is the most internet way to put it, but you see all like at the bottom of some of these internet pages where it's like his teammates are afraid to play against him. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, that's the worst Photoshop picture of all time. But you saw this picture
Yeah,
of
he
him
looks
at
like a
LSU,
monster.
and he's huge.
Yeah.
And he does his job. He's a great guy. He's sweet. I love him. I love that he's on this team, and he was a guy that the knock on him in college was he had one move. He had one move.
Just go right through him?
Yeah, it was a bull rush, and a bull rush will work. I mean,
When you go up against smaller guys.
Khalil Mack is making a Hall of Fame career out of a bull rush. John Randall made a Hall of Fame career out of a bull rush.
You got to be strong.
But the bull rush works so well as they don't practice against it in practice. So then when it gets to him during the week, if you've got a dynamite bull rush, you can get a lot of sacks, and he's doing that. 7 sacks in 6 games is sweet. He'll get another 1 or 2 today.
You think the Vikings have been bit by the injury bug? You think a lot of this stuff
no.
is legit? I mean, we're talking Sendejo, Reef, Hughes out, Everson Griffin. Technically, it's not an injury, but he's missing in action. Linval Joseph seems to be pretty banged up. You think that that's a sign of just mid-season bumps and bruises?
Yeah, and they'll 2 weeks or 3 weeks from now they'll have a bye. That'll work.
Yeah, a little rest.
Yeah, they played some tough games early on. They had a tough schedule, and you look at the teams that they played early on. I think a lot of teams, if the Packers played the exact same schedule that the Vikings had, they'd be 1-4.
Ooh, going
But
after
it's
the
a
pack.
tough schedule, and at LA, San Francisco with Garoppolo when he was good.
Before he lost his knee.
Minus Buffalo, but New England and then L.A. Or not New England. Sorry, Philly and L.A. back to back
on the road.
Yeah, that's a tough
West Coast,
sled.
East Coast.
And
Yeah,
they finished 2-2-1. I mean, they'll get on a roll here. But yeah,
we'll do our picks at the end of the show.
I think
I like
the
you're
injury
leaning.
bug,
Don't give it away. Don't give it away
No.
for free. You got to save that for the end of the show.
I always give it away for free.
The New York Jets coming off a win, 42-34 over Indy. What do you think of the Jets?
I think Sam
Darnold.
I don't think he's very good.
He's a rookie.
I don't think he's as good as people think. And
9 touchdowns, 7 picks.
A lot of the people that I talked to said he misses very easy throws. And they obviously those people know way more about it than I do. He misses a lot of throws. He looked really good in that Detroit game, the first game of the season. And then didn't they lose 3 straight?
I believe
and
so.
Then
No, they're coming off the last 2, yeah.
So he's way up and way down. Their defense is awful. And this whole thing about how they're upset with Kirk Cousins was just some awful manufactured story by one of the dumb New York
Out of
papers.
New York?
It's just
No,
stupid,
they don't
right.
do that, do they?
Just all made up. That they should be mad at Kirk Cousins. No, it's stupid. I don't think they're very good.
Okay.
And when they're the lead story in New York, that's a bad sign.
Well, the other story would be Saquon Barkley, because they would never talk about Eli. They would never talk. I mean, even Odell Beckham Jr. doesn't get as much headlines right now, so it's probably the fact that the Jets being 3-3 is a surprise, because everybody thought they'd be in the toilet. All right, so we'll do our picks here at the end of the show coming up. Before we do that, Pints and Pigskins, Thursdays to Sundays all season long from 12 to 6 p.m. Throw your best spiral and score up to $25 in free slot play, plus win $10,000 free slot play if you are the season's highest single-day scorer. Also, game day pick and play, 7 to 11:45, Sundays all season long. Come in here on game day when we're on. They'll put us on the TV. Get in the game every Sunday this season and make your picks for a shot at the jackpot. Guests will play here at Mystic Lake or at Little Six. Might as well do one more. $25,000 cash drawings, Fridays in October. Start your weekend with stacks of bills in your wallet. Enter for your chance to win $25,000 cash every Friday in October. Plus, don't miss drawings up to $1,000 free slot play. Fridays at Mystic Lake.
That's sweet, man.
Yeah, always a chance to win.
Yeah.
You just got to come here, Mystic Lake.
Awesome.
Would you rather? Okay, would you rather, and honestly, I heard this on the radio, but I had written this down a day ago. I heard it on the radio today on your station, and somebody laughed at it thinking it's so absurd. I think it's a good question. I think it's a valid question.
Okay.
You got a time machine. Would you rather, if you were in charge of the Vikings, have Thielen, Stephon Diggs, and Kyle Rudolph, or go back to the late 90s, early 2000s, Randy Moss, Chris Carter, Jake Reed, 3 deep? Who would you rather have on your team in their prime?
The correct answer is the Randy Moss group.
Yeah.
Randy Moss is the greatest wide receiver of all time.
Why would you say that that's the correct answer?
Because I don't think it's even close.
You got 2 HOFs over there.
Yeah,
so
Chris Carter is one of the best of all time. I mean, I love all those guys that they have now, but Randy Moss changed the game.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. What will it take for these guys to do to make it tip the scales so that you'd pick them? Because Kyle Rudolph, your buddy, 17 touchdowns since 2016. That's tied for most in tight ends in the NFL. So you got the best tight end in the last 3 seasons.
Yeah.
You got Thielen on pace to more receptions and yards and touchdowns than any receiver.
I mean,
what I'm saying is it might sound like an absurd question at face value.
Yeah.
I think they are getting closer to being the best receiving core in team history.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to take much.
Question.
Thank you. See?
Yeah, I think that's really good. I think it's incomplete. I don't know if I have the answer. If I had to, I would go just because I
your
love
formative
Randy
years,
Moss.
you love Randy Moss.
Randy Moss is my favorite, other than my boy John Randall. Randy Moss is my favorite football. He's maybe my favorite athlete of all time. I mean, that's
beyond Viking. You're saying athlete.
Randy Moss is the reason I fell in love with the NFL. It's not even close.
You were a
Randy
kid too.
Moss is one of the main reasons that I was like, holy smokes, this is amazing. Yeah. So it's tough not to pick Randy Moss. I love Randy Moss. So if it were Randy Moss and those 3, I'd take Randy Moss.
Randy Moss. All right. Yeah. You are Kirk Cousins.
I am.
You are. Would you rather $90 million or $84 million, Jets, Vikings.
84 million and live here, and it's
Yeah,
not
this
even
is the
close.
easiest one ever.
Do you know how quickly you could go through 90 million in New York City?
Oh, I'm sure quicker than 84
But,
million
think
here.
but think of all this, like, I don't know where he lives, but I would assume he has a very nice house.
A palatial estate.
I would
say.
assume it's probably, this is just a guess, 3,000 to 4,000 square feet. Let's just say.
Sure, maybe even more would be.
Let's say it's 5. Let's just say it's 5.
Sure.
Just for a good, solid.
Yeah,
whole
good number. Heated 3-car garage.
How much would 5,000 square feet in New York City
Yeah,
cost
you wouldn't get that. You would.
Right.
You'd get like an
You could-
apartment somewhere.
And his young son would have to go,
school somewhere.
Yeah, the
and-
school.
yeah.
I would assume that the school districts are way better here.
Oh, of course.
And it's,
Minnesota school system.
Yeah, if they go 8-8, which they could, people care not as much as they'll. I mean, the stat you read about, like the 5 fumbles.
Yeah, leading the league.
We don't really care about that because
we're
they're
winning.
winning.
Yeah.
In New York, it would be brought up every day. Every
Yep.
single day it would be brought up.
If they were paying him that much, for sure.
Correct.
You are a reporter for 60 Minutes.
Okay.
Great news program.
Yeah.
Would you rather do an interview with our president, Donald Trump, or with his former mistress, Stormy Daniels?
Donald Trump, I could care less what Stormy Daniels has to say.
Really?
I could care less.
So you would rather be the journalist?
and who cares what he does? I mean,
yeah, but see, okay, the whole point of the question is,
I'd rather. Yeah,
do you
I
see
would
the
rather interview-
ratings? The ratings this last week with Trump were 11.7 million. Stormy Daniels last September, 22 million. So if you're a 60
let's-
Minutes
okay,
exec and
let's
you're trying
be honest here.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Why do you think people are going to watch Stormy Daniels?
'Cause
It's just the same exact
Oh,
camera
yeah.
angle Scott has on me right now. That's what people are watching.
All right.
I would rather. I mean, I would
Scott's
just. I mean,
giggling over
whatever. However you feel and however anyone feels, he's the president. I'd rather
Sure.
talk to the president.
All right.
Plus, I would flat out ask him. I would play golf with him because he could
Sure.
get me on any course in the world, and that would be great.
Absolutely.
Plus, I'd want to see his hair fly off. But I'd rather interview. I don't care what a porn star says.
All right.
I don't.
Interesting
Except
answer.
for Lisa Ann. I care what Lisa Ann has to say.
I don't.
Yes, you do. She follows me on Twitter.
Oh,
Lisa
really?
Ann, yeah, I care what Lisa
Could you
Ann
get
says.
her to be our guest here on the show?
She's big into fantasy sports.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
As soon as you said she's big into fantasy, Todd started laughing.
Yeah, Todd is looking up Ray Parker lyrics. Yeah, I don't care what Stormy Daniels
Okay.
has to say.
Would you rather, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot here, would you
don't care.
rather be your persona and do the power trip pretty much forever until you would retire, or would you rather follow a passion project and do that plus get to do podcast stuff on the side?
It's the easiest answer I've ever had.
Yeah.
The greatest job I'll ever have in my entire life is doing the Power Trip Morning
Well, there
Show.
you go. That's a good answer.
I wouldn't.
This isn't a job interview or anything. So
No, I wouldn't. I don't think I. If it was Muppet or the Power Trip Morning Show, I would probably pick Muppet. That's about
Really?
it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
No,
my
I get
mom
it.
or my dad, they don't count because that would be a stupid thing if
No, but I
Corey
would-
held my parents hostage. But I wouldn't change.
I will never
what
ask
I do
a question
for
like
living.
that on
no,
the show.
I get it. I don't care if you would. I'd answer it.
Sure.
I wouldn't change what I do for anything.
The reason I ask, I don't want to get too deep into this. We'll save some for our YouTube show. It seems like podcasts are the way of the future. And when I say that, they've got you on a ton. No offense. I mean, you're great. But they got you with Creasel. They had one today about dads. Like,
I'm not on that.
Yeah, well, no, but some of the other coworkers.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, our time as a consumer is getting, it's like they're trying to put more options out there so that we listen to you live in the morning, but then
Yeah.
after that, we want more. So we are going to listen to the podcast of you where you talk with Creasel about drinking
Yeah.
in Vegas, or when
Yeah.
Chris Hockey talks about pooping,
Yeah.
and it made me laugh. But
yeah.
what I'm saying is, I think that we're leaning towards a time. This happened years ago, and I don't know what they officially called it, but it was kind of before social media got big. Celebrities were wearing it was almost like the Truman Show. They were wearing cameras, and everywhere they went, it's like, oh, hey, what's Paul doing? And you could look it up. Boom, I'm living your life vicariously, seeing what you're doing. I see that these podcasts, it seems to be one of those things where just more of you, just keep pushing you out on the market.
Yeah, and I'm in the business of getting paid.
Yeah.
Anything that pays me, I'll do. Literally anything. I will do anything to get paid.
You want to get that adult actress up here on the
Sure.
stage?
I mean, I'll do anything to get paid. And if it
works, it works,
Yeah,
right?
I think there's part of me that I mean, if you want me to be brutally honest, I think
Yeah.
there's sometimes I'm overexposed a lot. I'm on Twitter too
Yeah,
much.
but you put that button on your shirt up this
Yeah,
time,
I
so
feel-
this
yeah,
week
I hate
you're not letting
this
too
look.
much out there.
That's why I'm sitting with my arms like I'm stuck on a rowboat. Like I can't move.
You feel so rigid.
I
It's
don't
only
like
one
wearing
button.
an undershirt.
You hate undershirts? I know. You always let the chest show
I never
a
wear
little.
a tie, even at weddings.
Yeah.
And I do some of my best work at weddings. I don't wear a tie. I don't wear an undershirt. But I'm the best dressed person at a wedding except for the bride. Every wedding I go to, that's my
I
goal.
thought you were going to say, or the groom, but if you want
Except
to go
for
bride.
this part. Ugh.
Conversation starter.
No.
Mega Millions, the big drawing was Friday night. Maybe you won, maybe we're not here, who knows. Lump sum or annuity, what do you do?
I think you have to take the lump sum, right?
Wrong answer, wrong answer.
No, I don't think.
Here's why that's the wrong answer. If you took the lump sum, that money would be gone, unless your dad obviously.
No, I have my own financial advisor. I actually have a plan what I would do if I won the
Really?
lottery.
I want to
Yeah.
hear this plan.
I would put a big majority of it into whatever an IRA or whatever call
Sure.
it.
Okay.
And I would just blow the rest. I mean, I would buy
I would just blow the rest.
everything I've ever wanted. Every shoe,
Yeah.
every expensive wallet, bag, everything. I would buy everything.
Do you think you could do that with the annuity also and just be that much more protected from blowing it all?
Nah,
No?
I would take the lump sum.
Annuity, you don't
Give
have
me
to.
the money now.
Oh, one check a
money
year
makes-
for 30
but
years.
But money
and-
makes money, though.
So you're still making millions upon millions
I don't
each
want that.
year. I don't know. Todd, financial advisor, annuity,
No, you take the
safer.
lump sum.
Be safe.
No, the lump sum's safer. Because what if the lottery goes out of business? And I don't think it's transferable. I don't think it is. What if you die? I don't think the lottery's transferable.
All right. We're gonna have to talk.
Haven't
You
you
know
heard
what?
the
Bring your
Alanis
dad in.
Morissette
You're making
song?
good. You're making great points. However, if you get the lump sum and then you invest and stock market crashes, all that is gone. Whereas if you stay with the annuity, you're guaranteed
Oh no, I'd have
millions
a bunch
upon
of
millions
cheese.
upon millions upon millions.
Yeah, I don't know.
See, what if you don't make it?
I would
Bad
assume-
investments.
I
Ugh.
don't.
I'd be scared of you in bad investments.
I don't really make that. I have a financial guy.
Yeah,
I
you buy
made a lot
shoes.
of money.
All right.
A lot.
A ton.
A lot.
A ton of cheese.
I have.
All right, time for our next segment, Honest Opinion.
Okay.
Your honest opinion. So you think you can dance, 2018, Sunday, October 28th, 8 p.m. here at the Mystic Showroom. So You Think You Can Dance, the 15-time Emmy Award-winning show returns on the road this fall.
Can't wait.
With its
That
blockbuster
sounds
annual
sweet.
tour.
It's
tickets,
here?
Tickets start at $39 right here at the Mystic Showroom. So You Think You Can Dance has won 15 Emmys.
Wow.
Wow.
Sweet.
That's crazy.
That'd be sweet to see live.
Sure. Do you think you can dance?
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Do you think you could dance with Thunder from Down Under? They're coming on November 2nd and
It would
3rd,
be,
8 o'clock.
Micro-sized hail from down under, but
Micro-sized.
does that guy have a suit on? Yeah, he's wearing a full suit.
Yeah.
Making fun of myself.
They dress up?
No, I'm not talking about
Oh, you're
that.
talking about.
Yeah, if
I
I
got
was
it.
in Thunder
Sure.
Down Under.
Okay.
Is there anything there?
Yeah.
I mean, that swimsuit just kind of blows in the wind.
like Ken doll.
Yeah,
It's very nice
correct.
and.
Correct.
All right. Got it. Honest opinion. The dead arm dance. Your thoughts?
Stupid.
You don't like it?
No, it's a dad dance. You look dumb.
Really?
Yeah, and like, it just looks stupid.
I think it's better than those Fortnite and flossing and all that stuff.
stuff's stupid.
Yeah. Dumb.
But you know,
Well,
whatever.
what do you want to see him do?
I don't want to. I want to see him hand the ball back to the referee.
Like Barry Sanders did.
yeah, Barry
every
Sanders.
time.
I think Calvin Johnson did.
Yeah.
I think Larry
yeah, I think-
Fitzgerald does.
Yep.
Just hand the ball back.
Go high five your buddies,
Yeah,
get to the
yeah,
sideline, and
yeah,
game on.
yeah.
Keep going.
Right.
Dead
Act
arm
like you've
dance.
been there. Yeah.
Did you think that Kirk Cousins did it and it was funny?
I think
or-
he did the Weekend at Bernie's. Man, he like
well,
leaned
that's what
back.
he looked. He looked
Yeah.
very rigid.
Yeah, he did. He's
And
a dad.
The
He's
end
a
part,
weird.
it was very awkward.
But that's what Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, I know,
does.
but that's the way he did it. His hand
Yeah,
was like
it's just
way.
weird. Yeah, it was like-
it didn't look right.
He was like salsa dancing on
Okay.
acid.
So the dead arm, salsa dancing on acid. Timberwolves season opener, Big L, 112-108, San Antonio Spurs. Honest opinion, Jimmy Butler, will he spend the season with the Timberwolves?
It's a tough one. I don't know.
That's why I want your honest opinion.
I doubt it. I
I
think
would
they'll
say
trade
no.
him by Christmas.
Sure.
I mean, you look at it and it's like this forced. It's like the, I don't know a good analogy, but it's almost like, I thought you were gone. No,
Yeah.
I'm still here.
You're like, get rid of that guy.
Okay. We might as well play together.
As long as we're here.
He looked like a guy who hadn't played basketball all
Well, he missed all the
offseason.
training camp, so that didn't help.
Yep.
Well, he
Karl
played
Anthony
at
Towns looked
Lifetime
terrible.
in Plymouth, so.
Yeah, it's all a disaster.
Yeah. Okay. Kevin Garnett.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the funniest sound bites I've ever seen in my entire life. Says that Glenn Taylor don't know bleep about basketball.
Yeah, I think it's an
Honest
a-hole
opinion.
remark.
It might be an a-hole remark, but I'm asking your honest opinion.
Kevin Garnett sucks.
Whoa.
Kevin Garnett's
Whoa.
awful. Kevin
Whoa!
Garnett's one of those guys that you're
You got to
like,
be kidding me.
no, Kevin. I can tell you Kevin Garnett stories
Well,
that you would never like him again.
Let's not say any of those. We'll save those for off air.
Well, there's one on the air that we've shared on the radio.
All right,
show.
you want to share it
Kevin
now?
Garnett
of why?
sucks.
Okay.
Yeah, there's they went to him one time. They wanted to do this bit. I'm not going to say what it was for.
Sure.
And they wanted to do this bit, and he wanted to get paid for it.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm not doing that for free, but Kevin, it's for a group.
Yeah.
I don't care. So they made a lunchbox in the prime of his career. He's not on it. He's not on it because he wanted to get paid.
Sure.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's a bad guy.
A dick move.
Yes, correct.
We can say that. It's Sunday morning.
I guess.
Yeah.
He's Kevin Garnett sucks. He ruined the Timberwolves. They
Ooh.
brought him down.
Man.
He signed all his friends. That guy paid you $300 million.
And then you tell him he doesn't know bleep about basketball?
Chad Abbott doesn't know anything about radio. I'm not going to say that. I just did. No, but like never say that.
In a different context.
He just, yeah. Why don't you find a better financial advisor, Kevin Garnett?
Yeah, working for TNT.
No, just, yeah.
Come on.
Don't bite. Literally, don't bite the
Kenny?
hand that feeds you. Stay
right.
out of it. You're irrelevant.
Sports Equinox.
What?
The Sports Equinox is what they're nicknaming it now, which I think is kind of foolish. But NFL, NBA, NHL, and MLB are all playing right now. Out of those leagues with the Sports Equinox, who loses?
The NHL.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. See, I was going to say MLB.
Yeah. the
Nobody's
ML
paying. If you're not from
yeah.
a city or have
Yeah.
money on it like you do because you have a problem and you're an addict.
I don't have any. I don't bet baseball. Baseball.
Yeah, you just said last
no,
week
my
you
brother
bet on
does.
baseball.
My brother does. Oh, I do, but I don't.
Yeah, you-
not.
See,
yeah.
look at-
yeah,
You
okay,
said
yeah,
last
but-
week you're like, I have money on the games. And now you're like,
No, I don't.
you said it last week.
Oh,
it's
I
okay.
did? Well, who
yeah,
cares?
It's okay.
Maybe I did,
Your
maybe
brother
I
has
didn't.
money. That's fine.
But baseball, these games are 5 hours.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah.
And the local hockey team isn't off to the best start, but
So would you say baseball or hockey's worse? Or losing in
well,
the Sports
baseball
Equinox?
because baseball's about to have a Dodgers-Boston series, and except for those large markets,
Nobody's
no one will
watching.
care.
Nobody's
no one
watching.
from in between will care because they're so tired of those teams.
All right. We have about a half minute left. Time for the picks. Last week, we were both right saying a win. I think you said it was going to be a big win. I said 30-17. I was off by 3 points, so I'm pretty close to being perfect.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
I wasn't listening. What?
This week, who do you think?
I think the Vikings win, but I think it's a close game.
Yeah?
I think they win by 4.
What's the score?
31-27.
God, I picked Vikings 28-24.
Yeah.
I would not be shocked if we lose, and I hate to say that, but I think it's because if we have too many turnovers.
Nah, they'll win.
I think it's gonna be
decent weather. The defense of the Jets is so bad.
Yeah.
I think they'll win.
All
I think they'll win.
4-point lead.
Yep.
Next week, Vikings Sunday Night Football taking on the Saints, the rematch. So you're going to want to tune in next week. We'll be breaking that one down right here on the CW Twin Cities. Right?
Yeah,
Look at that.
absolutely.
You're like a statue. All right. Have a good week. We'll see you next
Thanks,
week.
Ray Parker.